Welcome to the Escape Room, the place where small business owners get together and talk about life and daily challenges they're facing. And my guest today is David Isachanjan, founder of Turndo ice cream shop chain, my close friend and person that I can spend many, many hours and have fun, and very interesting person to have conversations. Welcome to the show, David.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
And the first question, what kind of services you provide? Even though I mentioned it's an ice cream shop.
We provide all kind of services. The happiest business, I guess, in the world is to sell ice cream. So that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Very special ice cream, and very special visual, and very special taste. So that's what we do.
So how did you get that idea of starting that business? What was the reason that you decided to go with that?
So let's talk first about the tradition, how it came up, who came up with that and everything, and after I'll tell you how we started it. So the thing is that those chimney cakes that we sell, those are like kind of cones that we bake them for customers and fill it up with ice cream and different toppings and everything. The chimney cake is very famous in Europe.
Okay.
Especially in Central Europe. So where I'm coming from, it's from Prague I'm coming from, and it's very, very famous. There it's very popular. There everyone knows it, so all the tourists are dying for it. And one day after visiting LA with my wife, like we came back to Prague and we were just walking around in the center, and she was like, I think these things should be a good business in LA, you know?
Okay.
And I was like, okay.
That's an idea.
Yeah. Like, I forgot about it. And after with my partner, we came with the idea that we can open something like that. So initial idea was my wife's idea that it can be good. And after that, follow up. All this, like a snowball.
And when did you start it?
The first location we opened in November 3rd, 2017, so it's almost
5 years.
5 years.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, 5 years.
You have 2 locations
Yeah,
right
I
now?
have 2 locations.
And we'll, by the way, post all the links and information about the ice cream shop. So if you guys are in LA, it's thing to try and place to be. Definitely. So tell me about your team. How big is it?
My team right now, it varies. So at winter, when it's low season, we have around 10 people, 10 to 12, and summertime we have 15 to 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a big team. Do you conduct meetings with them? And how often, if yes?
I do conduct meetings only with the managers.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we do meeting at least once a week.
With the managers, but not the whole team.
No, the whole team, I can't get them together, and when I need to tell something, I'm talking individually to every single one.
Okay. So when you start, pretty much you came here from Europe, and what kind of challenges you face when you start business in America as a immigrant, pretty much?
So first and the main thing was to get visa. That was the biggest challenge, I think, from the beginning, because it's not that easy, especially that years, like 2017, it was really hard to get something, but we did it, we got it, and I came here, I remember, I could be here only 90 days in America when I came here, and I had 90 days to open a business. So if I wouldn't open a business in 90 days, I had to come back like in a couple of months and start everything again.
So instead of having fun and visiting Vegas, you were looking for location.
Yeah, I was looking for a business, and I signed my first contract on my birthday. I remember it
awesome.
Perfectly.
Well, definitely day to remember. What are the main challenges that you face on a daily basis, like dealing with customers? What kind of pretty much, what's the most annoying part of your business that you wish that didn't exist?
Yeah, that's a hard question. I think the hardest is to find good people, good team. Good team.
Yeah, I guess every entrepreneur struggles with that. How do you hire?
Mostly, just people tell each other. And
by referrals.
Yeah.
I remember when I was hiring my first employee, I guess I was stressing out more, and I didn't know how to conduct an interview than the person who came for interview. The fun thing is when you're preparing to go for interview, there's plenty of books and information and videos that you can kind of have an idea what to talk, but not many. How do you host it? So, do you like have some kind of application for that, or you just pretty much referral based?
I just talk to them.
And you feel?
I just talk to people. Common sense. Everything about common sense.
Are you the only person that's hiring, or you have an HR?
No, I have managers who are sometimes they are doing the interviews, but depends who is the person referred from.
Okay.
So if it's just some random person that it's not very interesting, that's okay. They can have. But if I know that this person can be valuable for our company, I'm doing the interview.
But you're the last person who's making the decision. It's not like manager is gonna say, okay, you hired, then you approve it.
Times happened that I even didn't ask who is it, what is it they hired. I said, okay, no problem.
And it was worth it?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's very important to have a good HR person who can like qualify people.
Yeah, we are not that big to have different departments like HR and everything, but we are trying to combine everything, somehow to work out.
And what is your goal? How big do you want to get? Well, 2 locations. I know it's not that much. How big you want to create?
I think the best would be to have in like 5 years 4 more locations.
Mm-hmm.
6 locations in like 10 years is fine. That's
awesome.
That would be great. But good locations, like location. It's not just like you want to just get any location in some plaza somewhere, terminals or whatever. You want like good locations.
So
that's the biggest part of my business, to find the right location.
Prime locations is an important thing. I see. So you're targeting touristic areas mostly.
The thing is that we are targeting touristic areas, but we are bringing people on that touristic areas, like Angelinos, back to that touristic area.
That's awesome.
That's the funniest part. So.
That's awesome.
That's what happened in Hollywood, by the way. Really, everyone was shocked. All around my neighbors, they were shocked. Like, what happened? We see
locals coming back.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And how do you advertise? What's your best way of advertisement?
We don't pay for advertisement yet. We'll start hopefully soon. Social media, but we don't pay for ads.
I see.
The social media is our main thing.
And how much time does it take from you running a business on a daily basis? Now we're switching to human part of being being an entrepreneur.
My wife will kill me.
Uh-huh.
I'm not working only when I'm not sleeping. No, only when I'm sleeping.
And the best quality time is porcelain throne, right?
Yeah. By the way, most of the recipes.
Most of the decisions.
Yep, always.
Porcelain throne is the best place. That's for sure. And what's your hobby? Do you have a hobby?
I don't have time for hobbies, to say the truth. But I like reading.
Okay.
I like reading.
That's my next question. What's your favorite book?
Oh, Shantaram.
Shantaram. What is it about?
It's about a guy from Australia who escaped the prison and got to India somehow and start his gangster business there.
It's
real story.
It's non-fiction.
No, it's not. It's
Shantaram.
really, really
Okay,
cool.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'll check it out.
It's really, really cool.
Do you actually read books, or you like use audio books?
I read, but I read on the phone.
On the phone. Okay. And on average, how many books you go through a month? 1, 2?
2.
2 books.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Most.
Well, you have a family, you have a beautiful boy, and what's your favorite way of spending time with him? Like playing games, have fun, lay down?
Go out, go to eat with him.
Watching movies?
True. That's true. Mostly just spend time. That's the most important for me.
How often you get that guilty feeling that you're not spending enough time?
Every minute.
Every day.
Not every day, every minute.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's very common because, yeah, whoever I spoke to is struggling with that is not spending enough time with the family, especially kids. Do you see your business that it's going to be up and running in 20 years? Your type of business, not your locations, but why am I asking the question is I have kids as well, and they're at the age that we're getting ready to choose profession for them. And statistically, 80% of professions that we might choose now are going to be obsolete in 5 years and 10 years. So by the time they graduate, they're going to be useless. And the question is, do you feel enough confident that you can see your type of business up and running in 20 years, and let's say your child can graduate and become like successful entrepreneur or take over your business? Will he be able to run your business later on?
Definitely the business will be in 20 years. I'm sure that will be that. Food business is like that. People always eat, you know?
Yeah.
People always want to eat funny things, tasty things.
Experience.
Something that has quality and looks good. That's the thing that you have to offer to the customers. So if you do that, it can work in 20 years, in 30 years, doesn't matter. It can work as long as it can.
Why do I have to buy ice cream from you?
Because it's good. Nothing else. You don't want my ice cream, just go and get another one. I'm expensive, I'm good. I sell quality.
Quality by the quality of the product, or quality by meaning experience that I will never get somewhere else?
Both.
Both. Do you get fat?
That's the thing. Sometimes, especially here, in the US, people didn't get there yet. In Europe, for example, it's real different now. When you go to a restaurant, you're ordering a dessert. In a good restaurant, desserts cost like maybe $20, $25.
Okay.
Right? You don't care. You just order a dessert because you want a dessert. It can be sundae. Nothing. One scoop of vanilla ice cream with chocolate sauce and cherry. Nothing else, right? And it's going to cost like $20. You don't care about the $20.
Yeah.
But when you go to the ice cream shop and you buy an ice cream for $15, let's say,
it's like, oh my God, what
why
is
it so expensive?
Yeah.
So the thing that we are trying to teach now here, we already teach people to drink espresso.
You taught them already, okay?
Yeah, not this. Big these soups. We don't sell that. Yeah, we sell good espresso.
Yeah, by the way, best quality. After I did once, oh my God. Yeah. Definitely
an experience. After we did that, now we're teaching people that you don't have to have a good dessert every day. Really, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You rather go there every 2 weeks. You pay more money, but you get the good ingredients.
And good experience.
And good experience. That's what you need as a customer, as a person. You don't want to eat everyday ice cream. I don't want you to come to my store every day and buy an ice cream from me. I don't need that. You're gonna get fat. You're gonna get cholesterol. You're gonna die soon. You don't need that.
You want us for a longer run.
Yeah. We need you to come every 2 weeks with your kids, with your family to enjoy it. That's the thing. You enjoy when it's quality.
Like in good old days, that people were actually appreciating good food, and kids were actually asking for candy as a Christmas gift, not an iPhone, as they ask for now. Yeah, that makes sense. And what's your best product that you're known for?
The cone.
The actual
cone, the chimney cake. It's very unique. The recipe is, I developed it. The one that we are making, I made the recipe. So it's my recipe. No one else have the same recipe. Not in Prague, not in Hungary, not in somewhere else here, some copycats that are doing the same thing. No. Mine is mine. It's totally different because I made it. Even when I was here for that 90 days when I had to go, I was trying all the kind of flours and everything. And I was doing it in my sister's house, and her kids, when they were coming home, every day,
they were guinea pigs.
They were like, David, you are doing dough again. David is again in the flour. I was like Santa, all
covered with flour.
Covered with the flour. Yeah, so that's how we get there, and the cone is the main thing. Of course, you have to match it with the taste of the ice cream. So American ice cream is very, very sweet.
I see.
Especially soft serve, it's like super sweet. The cone is with cinnamon sugar. So when you put an American regular soft serve, it's not working. It's not good. I don't like it. If I don't like it, I can sell it.
I see.
So we found another one. We are making our own ice cream. We found our ice cream recipe too. With real vanilla bean, that's the thing. You sell real stuff.
So you do sell high-end product, pretty much.
Yeah, you have to sell real food. I mean, I have to sell real food, not anybody. Everybody can sell whatever they want. But I'm selling the real food. I'm selling the high-end product. I'm adding the ingredients that are happy to work with. We work with chocolate. We work with vanilla. We work with heavy cream. It's like you're always in this... You're always high because of that. Really. It's like that. Because those are like warm, very warm ingredients. And when you use the right ones, when you don't buy the vanilla, for $4, like 5-gallon, thing. When you buy the little vanilla, 4 ounce, and this costs like $20. After that, when you smell it, you understand what's the difference.
Why is it that expensive?
Exactly. So that's the biggest thing in the price.
So as many seminars that you can visit and train yourself to be a salesperson, the main thing that most of the seminars selling and teaching are, you gotta believe what you're selling. If you're not gonna buy the product that you're selling, then don't sell the product. So now I understand where you're coming from.
I think my opinion, I have 2 opinions about this, if I can. It's like, first one is that quality brings quantity. It's never opposite.
Yeah.
It can be for some time, but it cannot be like on regular basis. Quality, that's the quality. People come, they like the quality, they come back.
Yeah.
That's how it works. And the second thing, I believe it, that if you sell your product and you don't feel ashamed of your price, something is wrong there.
I see.
So it has to be that expensive so you feel shame. When you feel shame, that's fine. That's where you are. I believe in that.
So you're not lowballing anyone, you're just not playing with prices here.
That's the price. You want it, you get it. You don't want it, you are always welcome.
Come back when you're ready.
Exactly.
Yeah. As far as I know, this is not the first business you have started. You started businesses back in Europe. And Is it getting easier when you start next business? Or, I mean, I know it's hard for you to compare because you started businesses in different countries, but do you have more confidence when you start the second journey or third journey?
Definitely, you have more experience first. The experience, it really exists. The thing about experience is...
So it does matter.
Yeah, it's true. So it works. When you have experience, I can say that it's easy, but you understand more. So you make less mistakes. But when you change your business, my business was totally different. I never done food in my life. So when you change it, of course, you have to learn new things.
But do you feel that it has the same structure? Like
yes.
starting
business.
Any type of business.
Any type of business. It's a business.
You still have to have a structure.
Exactly.
All right, so let's go to do you have a mentor now? I know at the beginning when you started your career, I've had many mentors. Teresa is saying, don't hold your head. So when you start, at the beginning of your career, when you graduate school, you're looking up to people, mostly adults, and you're learning things from them, and you have a mentor, maybe multiple mentors. Do you have a mentor now?
I have,
or mentors?
I have people around me who I trust and with who I can talk about anything I need.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know about it, but I value their feedback and I listen to them. So like a mentor, I don't know. I don't think that I have a mentor like a mentor,
mm-hmm.
but I believe in relationship. I believe in people around me. I believe in my team. So mentor as like kind of God around you, I don't believe in that.
Are you a mentor?
I don't think so. I don't want to be.
Is too much responsibility, that's why? Or
no, I just don't like the authority of mentor.
Well, I mean, in my case, when I started my little journey in business, I've actually had a very successful entrepreneur that I could call a mentor, even though I've met him probably once every 2 months or something, not much, but the feedback I was getting from him was very important and valuable for me. And now I'm at the position or level or age in my life that I feel isolated, and I do need mentors, probably many, so I can get better quality information. So how do you compensate that?
I am a very lucky person. I have really good people around me. Like really, really good. I have people that I can trust. I have people that I can talk with. So those people around me, we can call all of them my mentors.
That's
we can
what
call
I'm asking.
Them mentors. Yes, we can. Just I don't like the thing like mentor. Square, mentor, it's inside.
He's not a professor. He's a mentor.
Yeah, okay,
He's different.
Okay, so I have a lot of mentors. A lot. If it's a mentor, so I have a lot of mentors.
I see.
That's the thing that I believe in that you communicate with people, you get feedback,
and you learn something.
You learn something. That's the best way for me. I'm not saying that it's the best way for everyone, but for me, it is the best way.
What kind of legacy you want to leave after you?
In business or
how do you want to be remembered?
Oh, remember? Good person. Nothing else. Really.
Well, I'm pretty sure you got that covered already. There should be more.
There should be more. It's very hard to say because we are doing business. So every time we're trying to get better and better and better and better. So whenever time will come, I hope I will be on my top. And that's what people should remember, that I was on top.
Do you have a limit for that or no? No limit.
No limit.
Sky is the limit.
No, sky is not a limit. Galaxy is not a limit. There is no limit. You have to work hard. You have to go for it. Always work, 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 work. Just do it. There is no limit.
I have the same logic when it comes to work. You have to work hard. If you're there, you gotta give yourself 100%. But when we start the conversation, we actually touch the topic of feeling guilty not spending enough time with family. So when or at which point in your life you think you will get to a point that you would love to slow down a little bit and switch towards spending more time with your family?
I had that once already in Europe. My business was set up for many years, so I could just do some meetings and take care of the business, not work actually, and it was really good. I liked it. Here now this is a new business, so whenever I get to the point that I see that the business doesn't need me anymore, we are big enough to generate enough cash flow and everything. In that moment, I think is the time that I can just.
Do you, talking about cash flow and backup, all of us survived COVID and it was very painful for all of us. I know we were struggling, we were having many conversations. Do you feel or do you think that you're ready for another COVID?
Yes. Tomorrow, if we have new pandemic, I'm ready.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I need to get there.
Tomorrow,
I need to get to that level.
Tomorrow, that's the. It's not only about the money that you have the money to pay for your.
No, it's being flexible.
Yeah, it's being flexible. It's having a good team. Yeah. Team is the most important. For me, it's the most important. You have good team, you can do everything. They will survive with you. They will.
Yeah, sometimes, most of the time, team is more family than actual family. You spend more time with them and you communicate with them more. Is it hard for you to fire people?
No, not at all. I'm okay.
Do you have firing interview, or do you explain?
I explain, and when I explain
there
the way
is a point.
That's why. This is why it happens. But I don't fire
for no reason.
No, I don't fire immediately. Like something happened and I fire. No, I give a chance, I wait, I teach, I try to explain that this is wrong, this should be better, this is very good, this is perfect. Communication. Everything is about communication. But when a person doesn't get to the point that I need that person to get, we can't work together. It's impossible. I'm losing money, they are losing their time. They could do something else. Yeah.
Do you stay friends with them after firing?
Never.
Never communicate with them anymore?
Oh, after firing?
Yeah.
After firing? No. I don't know about the many people who left the job, like they moved or got married, had kids. With most of my ex-employees, I'm very good. It's not a friendship, but we are, if we see each other,
you're not gonna,
it's very nice.
I see. How do you spend your free time? If you have, I know, every one of us can complain that we don't have time, but it might be 5 minutes that you are alone. It might be a porcelain throne, whatever. What's your favorite way of spending those few seconds that you have for yourself? If it's not a secret.
It's not a secret for sure, but I like to sit, not to lay down, to sit and sleep with open eyes, kind of.
Meditate.
I don't know, maybe it's a meditation.
Do you work out? How do you try to keep yourself in shape?
Oh, thank you.
Well,
yeah, I do work out 3 times a week, and I started it 2-3 months ago. It really helps you.
that was my next question. Was it a certain point in your life that you actually understood that, all right, I'm not a kid anymore, I'm not a teenager, my student ages are over, and I'm getting to a point that I do need to take care of my health so I can be more productive? Or was it automatic?
It was too long. I just got fat and I needed to lose some weight. That's it.
Well, you get to that realization somehow, or you just
cannot get into the car without any problems. You know, when you get to the car, it's hard to breathe. You know, that's why you just want to lose some weight. That's it. No other thought.
Why am I asking is because I actually got to a point that I realized that, all right, the hangover doesn't go away that easy anymore, or I'm not recovering that fast anymore as I used to, and I'm like, all right, I guess it's time for annual checkups and follow up with the doctor. And
maybe that time will come too, but I was always the youngest everywhere. So I feel still that I'm the youngest everywhere.
You have that advantage.
40, you know?
You have that advantage.
Yeah, so I'm okay. I don't feel that I'm that old.
Do you like to travel?
Oh, I love traveling. I love it. My wife teaches me
She taught you.
travel.
Okay.
Yeah, she taught me. And it was it's amazing. Amazing. First time I had money, I was 15. I got bus ticket and I went from Prague. The bus drove me to Paris. It was my first journey in my life. And I was 15.
Wow.
Yeah, alone.
Wow.
I was living in 1-star hotel. Yeah, there is a 1-star hotel too.
Is that a hostel or?
No, it was a 1-star hotel, like really 1-star hotel, Garni style.
Wow.
Yeah, they have that there. It was in very interesting area. Yeah, but it was cool.
What's your favorite way of traveling? Like cruise lines or trains or plane?
I love
museums.
I love airports. I like flying, and I don't like to fly, actual flight, but I like to be in the plane. I like the airport. I like to have coffee in the airport. I like to have beer in the airport. I like it.
And the favorite continent to travel for you? Probably Europe.
I have 2 favorite cities. The first is Prague, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I grew up there, that's the reason, but it's really, I love that city. I love everything about that city. Culture, everything is it's for me, you know? And the second is Florence in Italy, and I love too that city. And that city, the Florence, I love because of the museums too, by the way.
Okay.
And, but the funniest part, the best, I think we had the best vacation was in Cuba, I would say.
No museums there.
No museums there. No, there are museums too. Rum museums. You go and you taste the rum and everything. So
Museum of cigars, museum of rum.
you go to Romeo and Juliet, you see how they make it. Yeah, that's cool.
Are you active in your community somehow or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know what does it mean.
That's a short time. So. I don't know, community services, I don't know,
No, that's very American thing. You have to live here long enough
to understand
what does it mean. We don't get it from Europe. What do you mean community service? Or what? There are people who work for some, I don't know, organizations, and they do it. You don't have to.
They work for free.
Well, that's strange. Why would they work for free?
That's how they...
Yeah, I get it. I understand. But it's only here. You know?
Wow.
There, if you go to work, even in non-profit organization,
they do get paid.
You get paid, of course. You spend your time there.
Do you believe in donations, tithing, and stuff like that, or no? Or do you donate?
I donated a few times. Not very often, but I did.
Okay. Do you donate for your own feeling good, or you feel like it's very important to donate? Tricky question, right?
No, but it's none of those. I think I donate just because in that moment I feel that it's the right thing to do. In that particular moment, if I feel that I don't know, I donated once, there was a kid needed a surgery in Germany, and I donated so he could get that surgery. Leg surgery, I remember that.
Okay.
I don't know that person, I never met them, but it was the moment that I saw it and I was like, yeah.
I feel like I want to do it. And
I donated it, and, you know, in that moment, if I feel it's right, I do it.
Another very important question for me is when, you work hard to get to a certain level of success and you start feeling good. You pretty much, the reason I started my own business was that I want to control my own actions, and I want to, because I felt like I can do better than the person that I can work for. And when you get to the first year, you survive. The fifth year, you beat the competition, and then you pretty much have a up and running business. And then you remember your childhood dreams that you wanted to fly, you wanted to have a cool car. You pass all those levels. You have pretty much everything you already have. How do you control your ego? How do you have that reality check? Like, all right, if I pass this line, it's gonna be not normal anymore. Like, you can buy your fifth car, it's not normal anymore.
For me, it's really easy. I started to work with big money since I was like 16 years old. So I saw big money when most of teenagers were, I don't know, having a few bucks for ice cream or cigarette or something. I already dealt with big money. So I am confident, but I'm humble. So for me, it's not important how much money does person have or do I have. It's not that point. The point is like to be successful.
For what?
You don't have to show your success to everybody. Not everyone has to know about it. But what for what?
Why do you want to be successful?
To
please your ego.
Exactly. That's the thing. Confidency and humble. You are confident. You can talk to anybody you want. You don't have any problem. But you are humble enough to understand how to talk with different people. Let's say, it's just an example. You know what I mean?
I do, and I keep asking myself that, is being humble another way of showing ego, or being humble is actually being humble?
It's another way of showing ego to yourself, I think.
So you're still pleasing your own ego?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
So if you decide to start your journey and become an entrepreneur, that's the first thing you want to do, please your ego.
It's like 100%. And whoever tells that it's not like that, it's not true. It is. Freud, psychology, philosophy, it is like that. It can't be otherwise. There is no other engine. That's the only engine that we have.
Pleasing ego and being humble aren't the opposite things.
No. You can be humble, but please your own ego. You by yourself. You don't have to show your ego to everyone. What is ego? It's me, myself, right? What is ego? Me, myself. No? I, myself. Okay.
Me, myself, and I.
Okay, me, myself, and I. That's the ego. So, you're humble enough not to show your ego everywhere.
Because you're above that level.
Exactly.
Very much. What's the best advice you've ever received? Or heard? Quote or something that you...
I have to think. I got a lot of advices, and mostly they really work, so I'm listening to them, but I have to remember the best one.
What's the best advice that you can give? Let's say there is a kid that is actually watching us and wants to start his own journey. Well, what would be the best advice that you can give to the young man who wants to take that road?
Go for it. Find right people to work with. Find right people who can help you.
I'm pretty sure there's not many people that can say that they started their business without borrowing or taking a loan or pulling a loan. And all of us did. But at which point that you feel that it's kind of slowing you down? I mean, there are businesses, multi-million-dollar corporations, that they actually borrow money to avoid taxes. Mm-hmm. That's a different game. All I'm saying is, at which point you feel that it slows you down if you borrow. Because I pulled loan, and that was kind of helping me to survive, but then I felt like it's slowing you down, and you want to clean that up so you can grow faster. The question is, it might sound a little tricky, but like pulling loans, does it slow you down from bank or no? And at which point you get to understand that, okay, I think I should, or I can grow faster if I don't borrow? Stupid question.
No.
I asked that question Max, my previous guest, and he said that he still borrows money, but he has cash cushion to survive another pandemic. And you said that you can survive another pandemic tomorrow. The question is, if there is a good opportunity, would you jump on it even if you need to borrow money or not?
Yes, definitely.
So you're not scared of borrowing. You know that you can fix it.
So the thing is, from where you borrow.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So it can be a bank. It can.
No, if we are talking about like institutions, no, I'm not afraid. If I see the opportunity, I have to.
Because the question, why did I ask a question is, banks actually loan you money to make money off of you. So you become their customer that they make money off of you. And a lot of people are not educated enough to maintain checks and balances, and they borrow money for their pleasure. Would you borrow money for your pleasure, or if you see actual opportunity, that's what we do?
I never did that, so...
You would never borrow for pleasure?
I never did that, so I don't think that I'm going to do that.
That was the question. It's kind of a tricky question, but the point is, I always give that advice to my friends and my cousins. Like, if you're not educated enough to manage your budget, that's the worst thing you can do, to borrow money. If you're educated enough and you're disciplined enough, and you know you have an opportunity that's going to bring you more money, then that was the question.
Of course, it's like, it is like that. I even don't know any.
Do you hate borrowing though, or no?
Hate
from banks? Like, that's I keep doing it and I hate that, but I keep doing it.
Whenever I borrowed money from a bank, I try to close it like as soon as possible. I hate see this number minus this much. I hate seeing it. Yeah, I hate it. But you need it.
But you take an advantage of it.
Of course, yeah. I don't. I mean, you mean that people are going on vacation with credit card, like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sad for them.
That's the difference. I mean, because borrowing for fun is it makes you handicapped pretty much. It kind of slows you down. And well, let's start with the sad topic. But money is the most painful part. But do you have a limit that you want to get, and then you say, all right, I do keep working. I do want to keep working, but I don't want to work for money anymore. I can afford not to work for money anymore.
No. I think for me it's better, I call it not to be employed. I count myself as an employee now. I am the co-founder, I'm the co-owner, but I am an employee. I work harder than my employees.
Yeah, that's normal.
So, for me the goal is to get rid of the status of employee. You know? That doesn't mean that you don't work. But you don't actually work. You do meetings, you do paperwork, you take care of your business.
Mm-hmm.
But you do not work, like, you don't go at 11 a.m. You have to be there. You have to make this. You have to talk with customers. You have to, not everyday operation.
How hard is it to be in partnership?
Depends on the partner.
I have friends, and many of them have an opinion that partnership is the worst thing ever.
Again, I said that I am blessed. I am a lucky person. All people around me are great. My first partner in Europe is my best friend. We know each other since 2002. We work together. We traveled together, we did everything together, like 14 hours a day. And we were friends and partners, but we could separate it. Now with my partner, same thing. We are having a lot of fun, everything is cool, but when I need advice or something, there is no friendship. There is just another thing.
Okay, the partnership, I get it. Number one thing, if you're doing business with your relative or partner, you should know how to separate business with the relationship. But do you have that feeling that one of the partners should be the main? Because I've had failed partnership because we were 50-50, but I'm still partner with my friend, where I'm an active partner, he's an investor. He trusts me and I do my best. And I have a partnership when I'm a passive partner and he's doing everything. Couple of partnerships. Do you share that opinion that one of them should be main?
Yes, I do, but it doesn't mean that the main one should do everything how he thinks it's right. That's why they are partners. They have to communicate.
But 1% extra. Because if you're...
It's a very diplomatic thing, partnership is like diplomacy. You have to know how to talk to people. You have to, it's not like that you have 1% more, so I said that this glass has to be green color, so it's gonna be a green color. Whatever you say, I don't care. It doesn't work that way.
I understand, but why am I asking is, let's say you're a country and you're at war, and you're minister of that's responsible for war. Let's say you're the head of war cabinet, and you have very trusted general at the field.
Mm-hmm.
Who should have last saying? The general at the field that see the picture, or you as a minister?
The general.
So, do you believe that in partnership there should be a general at the field?
Yes, definitely. That's what I said. There has to be someone who operates it and who knows the business better, of course. But I think that when they are partners, so they understand that like a couple of them or one of them does this business, so he knows this business better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is like what we are talking about.
So you think that's the golden do you think that's the best formula, that one of them should be
I think
responsible
that whoever understands that business best should...
He should be at the field.
It's not about like the last word, it's about like to communicate it right.
No, I understand that. I understand that part. The reason I'm asking is there's a wrong opinion that a lot of people say that's the last thing I want to do, being in partnership. And I am in partnership, in many partnerships, and I'm happy, and I hope that and as you said, you're in partnership and pretty much everything's working out fine. That's why I want to kind of break that stereotype that the partnership is wrong. And do you feel like that's the reason? That's the reason I asked you. Is partnership the right thing to have, or is solo better?
It's like when you're 4 years old and you're single, you feel that life is cool. But if you would be married, it would be much cooler. It's easier to live when you're married.
But
Same thing.
There is a joke. There is a joke that married people live longer, but they want to die more often than single people.
No, but it's true. It is true. It's different when you have only one. When you are only one, and you have to make the decisions, and it's always different when you have second person or third person or 4 people. I don't know, doesn't matter. But when you have the second person and you can come to him, tell him all your problems. Doesn't matter if you give any advice, you get an advice or no. Doesn't matter. But you know that you have that person. You can come and you can talk to him. You say something, he tells you something. You didn't solve anything, really, nothing. But at that moment,
you relieve the pressure.
Exactly. So it's 50-50 always. If there are 2 people, it's 50-50. 3 people, 33.
I see. And do you discuss business, like with your wife, and or you just don't want to?
Business, no.
But your opinion.
But everything else I discuss. Everybody hates me because of that. I like when I come up with something new. You already see the faces, David is talking again. Yeah, I do everywhere.
So you live
whole
life. Well, tell me a joke.
A joke?
So we just had a little break, and we're coming back. All right. Since you have an experience of running your business in Europe and in United States, what's the main cultural difference that you had to overcome, or you actually felt that it's way different doing here than over there, and it was hard for you to accept?
So in Europe, everything is very bureaucratic. You have to have a stamp for every single paper. You have to start the email with the right words. If you don't do it right, they might not answer. There is a culture of writing letters. There are a lot of things that you have to fill up, like documents, files. Here is, it might sound weird for
Locals.
But there is much more paperwork than here. Here, you can call. Okay, you are waiting like 40 minutes on hold. But you can call and you can solve whatever you need to solve.
So it's more beneficial here.
It's easier. It's easier. There you need to have probable cause to do something. Here, you just want to do something, you're trying to get it. And in most cases, it's possible to get it.
So, you're coming from Prague and it's Czech Republic. Is it more capitalistic country or socialist country?
All Europe is more socialistic. Even they are trying to play like on the very right end of the spectrum, of the political spectrum, but anyway, it's
still socialist.
It's social democratic, so it's left. The right side and the left side. So it's before the communism, let's say, in front of the communism. After us, it's the communism. Us, I mean Czech Republic.
Okay. Do you, I mean, as a person that lived in Europe and in United States, but we're both coming from same country, Armenia, and do you feel that an immigrant has more opportunity to succeed in Europe or in the United States?
100% here. 1,000,000% here. This is country of immigrants, United States. And the best explanation of that my sister gave me. She explained me that this is country of immigrants not because of America is welcoming too many immigrants, but because of all immigrants who come here, they work hard. They work harder than locals. For example, first generation works harder than the second generation because the first generation of the second generation of today work harder. They give the education to their kids. They become whatever they wanted to become.
And there's actually a statistic that says the third generation fucks up everything.
You see? I didn't know that statistic, but that's like, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, statistically, 80% of millionaires in United States are first generation immigrants.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird?
It's not weird. That's why this is the country of immigrants.
Do you believe that American dream is still alive?
Oh yeah.
Because if you hear people who were born here many generations, the main thing that they say, the American dream is dead and there is no more opportunities. Do you feel that it's wrong? Or
it's very wrong. It's the same. It's just a generation problem. It's all about the generation. You know, even in our country, in Armenia, people are like, when it was communism, we had work, we had stability, we had our 180 rubles per month, so we knew, and you know, okay, go live to China, go live in South. By the way, I remember a joke.
All right.
I forgot it again. Next time.
That's a good joke. It's inappropriate to say. That's a good one. So yeah, do you have a degree?
I do.
Do you use it? Did it help you to do whatever you're doing
I
now?
don't think so. There are people who are saying that I left the high school or I left the college and I went to do my business and my business became, very successful. I didn't need this degree, but I'm not sure if it's 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I didn't have the degree, it would be different. It's not about the degree, but it's about the knowledge.
The level of your education.
Exactly. And I believe in different, not different, it's like that you are educated in many, many ways. Since your childhood, that you are educated in languages, in math, in music, in sports. When you are like whatever it is, multi something. Like not a multicultural, something else, but for example, when you attend music classes for many years, you have kind of different feeling for everything.
Accepting
exactly
the reality.
You feel different way. You see things different way. Plus to that, if you have education in math, again, you see everything different. But I think everything is about how you grow up.
Culturally.
So the degree in the end is just like a cherry on the top.
I see.
But the rest is all your childhood, how your parents or your people around you, how they help you to, grow up, know the world, and know all these things.
What's your favorite table game?
Monopoly.
Why?
You buy and sell. That's what I do all my life.
Do you play chess?
I do.
I still don't have an explanation why I keep asking that question, but do you feel like playing chess is vital for businessmen? And knowing how to play chess. Not the actual game, but the ability to predict your opponent moves at least 3 moves ahead.
Depends on what kind of business it is, what kind of competitors you have. I think if you are in a business where you don't have competitors, it doesn't matter that much. When you have a competitor, I think it's much better to know what he's gonna do in future. So it's an education. Every education brings you something in the future.
Do you play poker?
I don't play cards.
Don't play cards. The weird thing, I've had a poker game yesterday, and while I was playing a game, I don't know why I've had this vision that we're a group of people sitting around the table and showing how much luck do we have, that we can mix it with the knowledge of understanding of human behavior and win something. Because pretty much poker game is a game of you understanding human behavior, the way like you see a happy dog, if the dog wiggles his tail, then it's happy. So the same signals you can get from people around the table, but with that you need to have enough luck to have a good hand. And not to wiggle your own tail and play the game. So my question is, do you think that knowing how to play game is very important to run business or not? Any game.
Very important. Very important. For me, for example, it helps a lot because I play with symphonic orchestra a few times.
Uh-huh.
And if you know, in symphonic orchestra, there are like many instruments.
So it's a chaos that should be organized.
Exactly. That helps me a lot, I think. Again, I just think that it helps. I hope it helps. So, I don't play cards, so I cannot talk about poker. But that's what you said. It's really good to know the point when there is like chaos. As you said, exactly. That's I think very basic thing that you have to learn. That's what you said. It's really interesting.
Have you ever had feeling that running a business is like playing a computer game?
Whole life is playing a game. So running a business is definitely a computer game or a board game or whatever game.
Isn't it fun?
It is fun. And when it's not fun, it means something is wrong.
You gotta fix it and have fun.
Exactly.
That's true.
For example, I have to, if I have a week where I don't have troubles, I'm like, what's going on?
Something's wrong.
I have to fix it. Something is wrong. You know? It's weird. Like, it's everyday life. Every day something changes. People change. Your customers change. Your vendors change. Everything changes every day. It's different.
What would you love to, or you're actually working on teaching your son how to accept life? And what's the best advice that you can give him so he can be the person that's actually enjoying life, not struggling while living?
I have a theory that the happiest people in the world are archaeologists.
All right.
Because you don't become an archaeologist when you don't love it.
That's true. Digging
like
holes.
You know, your parent will never tell you, oh, come on, let's go become an archaeologist, like lawyer or doctor or, I don't know, whatever. No, it's not that profession. So if you want to become an archaeologist, you really love it.
You're a happy person.
Exactly. So I am trying to teach my son that he can be whatever he wants. I will support him as much as I can. But he has to love his job. His job, it's not about only love. His job has to be his hobby. When these two are together, I think it's a win.
Yeah. And what's the difference between job and hobby?
For me, no difference.
There's actually a joke that says, if you do the job and you're not getting paid, then it's a hobby. So
yeah,
pretty much. What is the meaning of life for you? Why are you here on this planet? I know it has nothing to do with business, but why you do whatever you do?
To make myself and other people around me happy.
Are you scared of death?
I never thought about it, but I don't think so.
I don't know why I ask that question. I keep asking that question, but it's very important. Do you think the death is the end of the life cycle or no?
I don't believe in God. I am atheist. So, I don't know. It's hard to say.
If you take a tree, regular tree, big tree in the forest, The tree, while it's standing up, it's considered alive. When it falls down, it's considered dead. But while it's laying down on the ground, there's a lot of creatures crawling on it, digging holes, making nests, little sprouts growing on it. So actually, while it's laying down, it has bigger life cycle than while it's standing up. So it has nothing to do with believing in God or not believing it. But while you're here, don't you have that feeling that there is something that you should accomplish? I mean, it can't be empty. Like work, have a vacation once every 6 months, and then keep working.
I think the biggest thing you can have is a kid.
There's a lot of people that popping out kids and not even maintaining taking care of them.
Yeah. You work on quality, not on quantity. That's again, the same thing as with my ice cream. So, if you have a kid, anyway, you have someone that you are trying to teach something, that it might continue your job, might continue your business, and I'm not that spiritual person to understand if there is something after life or not after life.
No, I'm not saying about afterlife. I mean, for me, the best definition of the meaning of life is you grow up, you learn something, you become the best or good at it, and you teach someone.
Yeah, but
your
on
skills.
The other hand, there is in Prague, they say when you don't know how to act, you teach.
Yeah, when it comes to sports, pretty much that's what they say. If you cannot become a champion, you teach.
Exactly. So I don't know. For me, it's important today, now, this moment. I'm with you. I'm happy. That's what it is. Tomorrow is another day. After tomorrow is another day. In a year, it is gonna be different.
What's your goal in a year, 5 years, and 10 years?
Keep my business for a year.
Okay.
Keep it successful. And grow in 5 years, as I said. In 10 years, it's more personal, so it's about my family, I guess. So I can say that I'm proud of my son in 10 years. Yeah. That would be the biggest goal for me.
Awesome. Do you want to see him running your business or no? Or you want to, like as a standard model, you want him to become a lawyer or a doctor, or like that's the second generation thing, profession?
As I said, I told him, I'm telling him this thing every time we have a conversation about it. He can become whatever he wants. Just he has to love it, not just like it, not just to do it for money. I am a capitalist person, so I understand the value of money. I know. But I have to work harder to make sure that he can become painter. Unsuccessful painter. But he likes it, he loves it, so he can do it.
That's good. But by doing that, don't you have that fear that you might handicap him and he's not going to be ready to raise his son the way that you want to raise him? Because you actually went through a lot of shit and fire to be able to create this comfort for him. If he doesn't go through shit and fire, he might not be ready to create the same comfort for his son. And it's going to be same standard model.
He's going to work at my place on his head.
Okay. So you do want him to go through...
Even in Prague, we had a very close friends. They had a restaurant, Greek family. And when my wife was pregnant, we were talking with the owners, and they were like, when he grows up, when he's like 5, he will come here. They had huge nut trees there.
Uh-huh.
And nuts are falling, on customers and everywhere. It's like garden restaurant. So even the owner, he was like 60, 70-year-old, very cool big guy. He was, when Max grows up, he will come, he will work, he will clean up the nuts, he will get his ice cream. So from the beginning I had that plan. Hopefully it will work.
Yeah. So you do realize that you have to kind of throw him on fire a little bit.
But again, he can choose. That's the thing. That you can choose what you want to do. I think.
So you just want to give him that luxury of choosing what he wants to become.
Yeah.
But the rest he still knows. He should know that he needs to work on.
Go to army. He needs to become a Marine, he will become a Marine. Really.
That's good. What's your dream that you're still working on from childhood? That, like, I don't know, fly to Mars like Elon Musk or whatever. Like the dream that you still hope that someday it's gonna happen.
I want to have a bar.
Your own bar?
Yeah. My own bar. Yeah. New York style. Old-fashioned bar.
Can I have a drink there? Awesome.
Every day.
I want to have my own chair there.
No problem.
Got it. It's secured. Alright.
That's my dream. Bar was my dream since I was like maybe 14, 15.
What's your favorite alcohol?
Cocktail, mojito,
Mm-hmm.
Cuban style. Real mojito, real Cuban style.
Can't compare, so I believe you.
Yeah. And shots vodka. No ways.
What's your favorite way of relaxing?
There are 2 ways. Or being alone, or being with a lot of people.
Well, I guess, guys, behind every successful business, there is a live human being. In this case, David, founder of Turndo Ice Cream Shops. He has 2 locations, one in Venice Beach and one in Hollywood, and more information is going to be right below this video. David, thank you for coming. It was a pleasure having you here, and I'm pretty sure, I hope that this is not a last meeting that we're going to have here. There's going to be round 2 and 3 and more. And I wish you success in your business and your journey, and pretty much best of luck.
Thank you.
And guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on all major platforms. Hopefully we'll be there. And if any of you is interested to be a guest in our show, you can direct message us. And thanks for watching. Peace.